Some of you, some of the things you've done, they linger on. So there are people who want to be with you, but because of the things that linger on, they cannot come. So this king summoned all the girls. So they prepare you for a number of years, and you enter into the king's chamber for one night, and you come out. Some of you are having sex with everything because you are looking for one particular Vashti. And you keep going back and forth. Everything in skirts that passes, you will try it. Also, you are hurt and you need to heal yourself. You are looking for Vashti, so you are sleeping with everything in skirts. You see, some of you have allowed your past relationship to define you, to define your today. And if you don't take time, it will define your tomorrow. So many of you here, you are here and you want to prove a point. Some people have married things in an effort to prove a point to somebody that I'm better off. That is why they marry the person they are married to. And now you are feeling the pinch. Some of you, you beat your girlfriends and your wives because you are trying to prove to somebody that you are a man. You are a fool. This woman was to wear her royal crown and entertain drunk men. You see, in those days, they usually see women as trophies. And if as a man you value me, why would you dump me in the midst of drunk men who can touch me anyhow? Because you want them to see that I have a beautiful wife. I have become a trophy. That when you are drunk, that is when you want me to come and display. If you value me, you don't let me display in the midst of drunk men. To the married men, when a woman decides not to honor you at certain times, be careful. How many of us know this story very well? You see, it's sad, but it's like nowadays we hardly read our Bible. We come to church, but we don't read our Bible, so we don't even know what is in the Bible. You ask people about things in the Bible and they don't know. And then the world is trying to tell you that the Bible was written by men, so you shouldn't stick by it, and that people are giving you all theories and you are listening on Facebook, Instagram, and whatever, you are taking it. Excuse me, Anansi and the monkey, whatever, isn't it a man that wrote it? Even that one, you sit down and you analyze and you take morals from them. And somebody is telling you that the Bible that people have lived with for over 2,000 years, throw it out and go and read the book they have written. And you are following them. Continue. I prefer to read my Bible and take the stories they claim that it is man-made or it is man that wrote it or whatever, and learn moral lessons from them. Amen. You're all welcome to today's conference, and it's my prayer that today you listen and you would hear, and it will be a blessing. Sometimes you come for seminars like this and we listen, but we don't hear. We do all the shouting, we do everything, then at the end of the day it's cause zero. Because what is in our mind and what we have determined to do, we don't wish to change, or we don't wish to find a solution. We just complain. There are people who come to you, they complain so much about their relationship. If you advise them, you don't listen. And there's one thing I would always tell them: I can only advise. I can't live the life for you in such a life. I pray that today, whatever it is that I'm going to say, it will be a blessing. Amen. Today I'm talking on stopped by your ex. How many people have exes or have had an ex before? You have an ex. Me, I've had some before. Hey, Mamaga, how are you? I miss you. Me, I've had ex before. How many people have? Hey, Edna, unya bida, sister, mommy made kawasem wa hajaisa. Ex, Pastor Daniel, unya bida. You did remember, Paul. Give me back my baby. Amen. Oh, me too, I've had some before. All my life, I've dated 3.5 men. Hey, no, 2.5. Hey, 2.5. I married one, so remaining 1.5. Don't ask about the half. It's a long story. One day I'll tell you. 2.5. I married one. Amen. I was thinking about, I gave the topic out, but I was thinking about what exactly to say. We are Christians. So I wanted to go through my Bible and find things concerning exes. X. I was going through my Bible. This morning I got up so ready to go to work. But at a point I felt so heavy. I got into my car and got back inside and told the others to take the lead. I can't come. So that I can be home. But after 3 o'clock, I got to know why I was in the house. Because I went back to my Bible and started studying. Can we go to Esther chapter 1? How many of us know the story of Esther? Esther in the Bible. We've heard of Esther, King Vashti, and Queen Vashti, and the king was what? What? Ahasuerus. How many of us know that story? Now it came to pass. Madam Kwenim Kakrawai. Hey, who is there? How many of us know this story very well? You see, it's sad, but it's like nowadays we hardly read our Bible. We come to church, but we don't read our Bible, so we don't even know what is in the Bible. You ask people about things in the Bible and they don't know. And then the world is trying to tell you that the Bible was written by men, so you shouldn't stick by it, and that people are giving you all theories and you are listening on Facebook, Instagram, and whatever, you are taking it. Excuse me, Anansi and the monkey, whatever, isn't it a man that wrote it? Even that one, you sit down and you analyze and you take morals from them. And somebody is telling you that the Bible that people have lived with for over 2,000 years, throw it out and go and read the book they have written, and you are following them. Continue. I prefer to read my Bible and take the stories they claim that it is man-made or it is man that wrote it or whatever, and learn moral lessons from them. That is me. So let's learn to read our Bibles and stop reading all those caricature things. Everybody has an opinion. Okay. It's to go through this. The king organized a feast, which we all know. A wonderful feast. And on the 6th or 7th day, he invited them to bring Vashti, his wife. And the woman refused. We all know, or we don't know. I've heard most people talk about Esther. I've heard most people talk about the king. But somebody that we usually neglect in this story is this woman, Vashti. So today I decided to go into my Bible and look at this particular character, Queen Vashti, the ex of the king. It is said that there was a feast, and the king sent that she should wear her royal crown and come and show herself to the men. If you go into Jewish history, okay, before I go into the Jewish history, the men they said had made merry for 6 days, they have been drinking. So in the drunken state, the man said, go and bring me my wife. Tell her to wear a royal robe and come and show herself to my guest. Bema wabuka asema. Have you ever thought of it? This man had been drinking and feasting for 6 days. In his drunken and excitement, he said, go and bring me my wife. Wear your royal robe. You've become a trophy. Branami you wedding chire. And I don't think this man just wants to yield and come and stand there and do this. Come and entertain my guests in such a way that they will see what I have. And this woman refused. And we've all heard stories, yeah, it's true. If you refuse, God will replace you, all those things. Yes, it's very true. It's very true. But if you go to Jewish history, it is said that this woman was supposed to wear her royal crown and come nude and dance and entertain these drunk men. How many women here would want to entertain drunk men? Can I have some women? Where is Mrs. Okra? Pastor Tony said you should come and entertain drunk men. Please, can I have you? Would you? This woman was to wear her royal crown and entertain drunk men. You see, in those days, they usually see women as trophies. And if as a man you value me, why would you dump me in the midst of drunk men who can touch me anyhow? Because you want them to see that I have a beautiful wife. I have become a trophy. That when you are drunk, that is when you want me to come and display. If you value me, you don't let me display in the midst of drunk men. You see, going back, it's not recorded in the Bible, but according to their story in the Jewish, it says that, okay, you know the king in Daniel 5, the king that saw the writing on the wall. You see, because you don't read your Bible, how many people know that story? I know, but Daddy, they don't know. You see, even Clement, you don't know. You are looking, you are checking Daniel 5. His name was Bel what? There was a king that also had a feast like that. In his merry and in his foolishness, as they were displaying, there was a writing on the wall. Many, whatever it is. And he looked for them to interpret, and it said that his kingdom would be divided. It is said that that night that man died, and Queen Vashti was in that palace, was a daughter of that man. So they were captured. And that woman was handed over to King Ahasuerus for marriage. So this woman knew exactly what goes on in a palace when men are drunk. Have I confused somebody? Can I continue? So this woman refused to be used or to be toyed around with. And she decided not to go because she was having a feast. To the married men, when a woman decides not to honor you at certain times, be careful. This woman who has stayed in the palace knew what she was dealing with. She knew that refusing to go and do what she was supposed to do can cost her her life, can cost her her crown, can cost her so many other things. But she was ready to refuse to do it. And whatever will happen, can happen. And then the men that surrounded the king started talking. Oh, because she has disrespected you. The other women will also learn from them. You have to leave her. You have to find somebody else. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to do this. This man was, she shouldn't come near me again. It's over. It's done. Some of you, that's what you do. That is what you do. You have a small argument with your opener, small argument with this lady, small argument with this guy. Then you pick a phone, then you tell somebody, oh, now say, ma, but forget, now you know the benefits you get from this particular, but because of your friends, you are doing kokotism. Continue. Oh, leave her. What? There are so many fishes in the sea. Continue. You'll be catching rubber. Now it's not only fish that you can find in the sea. You catch pure water rubber and pure water bottle. So this girl, they are saying, if you don't do something, and some of you, if you don't do something, what could Jai say boy now? Oh, yeah, nkakra no so manage you. It is this boy that is trying to let you know there's no form of holiness or Christianity in your background. This guy that you've met in church is the one that is trying to help you, kakra, to stabilize you. Small, and my friend said he's not good enough. He's not this. He's not my class. Sir, he's not your class. You be here. Kojano. So this man decided that I would prove to Vashti, I will prove to this man that I'm better off without him. I'll prove to this lady that I can get nice. You see, when I do the drawing like this, more than her. I will prove to this lady that I can find color. I will prove to this man that I can get a better man. East Legon landlady. I would prove. So this man set off to prove a point to one particular person, Vashti. So many of you here, you are here and you want to prove a point. Some people have married things in an effort to prove a point to somebody that I'm better off. That is why they marry the person they are married to. And now you are feeling the pinch. Some of you have landed in relationships not because you wanted, but because you were trying to prove a point. My question to you, where did that point that you were trying to prove land you? You see, the truth is that Esther was not more beautiful than Vashti. No. Vashti was in a class of her own. Esther was used by God at the right time because they needed Esther to work out something. Some people, you see, they need to work out some things. So they would use you to get to their destination. And some of you are being used. And the love of your life is flying away somewhere else because you were trying to prove a point. And you were trying to make what people said. And what you were trying, some of you beat your girlfriends and your wives because you are trying to prove to somebody that you are a man. You are a fool. You see, all your dressing and all your painting, trying to change your color. And you are trying to prove to that man, says, yeah, you dare for. In a year day. Sister, skin cancer is real, or you don't know. You see, it's sad, but this generation is a picture perfect generation. It's an Instagram generation where we want to paint pictures for people. Some of you, the reason why you post things on your status not because of anything, or you want people to see that you are making it. When you left, just say, "Uja me man say, Ampawan say, Nemo you sure say utimu fine." What you are doing, are you doing because genuinely things are normal, or you are trying to prove a point to somebody? Why are you trying to prove a point? So you see, this king said, I would prove a point that whatever I want, I can have. It's true. Whatever you want, you can have. But the value is not the same. time almost is a currency. No more catch and say the value is the same. But in Ukrainian, him say the value is not the same. So this man said they should bring all the maidens, all the whatnot. Esther was an orphan. And let's say a maid in the palace or in the kingdom or whatever it is. So Esther cannot be compared to the daughter of a king. Tell me I'm lying. So this king summoned all the girls. So they prepare you for a number of years and you enter into the king's chamber for one night and you come out. Some of you are having sex with everything because you are looking for one particular Vashti. And you keep going back and forth. Everything in skirts that passes, you will try it. Also, you are hurt and you need to heal yourself. You are looking for Vashti, so you are sleeping with everything in skirts. So you see, you chase all the fine women. You sleep with this one and you realize that, I'm still not satisfied. There's something missing. I'm not getting the vibe that I used to get when I was with Kezia. Just say, there's something. And you want to move on. You've been labeled as a womanizer, but unim say deep down, and yes, you are looking for something. You are still looking for your ex. You are looking for Vashti. There are some of you ladies, you are still looking for the first guy you slept with. Ish. Kwame dear ho. Now me, I don't have anything. Oh, me. Even the woman that he married, the woman is not nice. Now, woman no my class. Sister, on your class, and so waware. Waware. Sister, the woman is not your class, but waware. Why is it that you always hide behind fake names and you are checking this woman's Instagram account and you are checking, did you see that shoe that she won't put on Instagram? Hey, maybe about your for sister, oh, you kurasini kura waware. Hey, all this gossip for what? You are still looking for Kwame. Kwame has moved on. You are still searching. So the people keep coming in and they go out. They come. And they go out. They come and they go out. You see, some of you have allowed your past relationship to define you, to define your today. And if you don't take time, it will define your tomorrow. There are some people in your past, I agree, they have to go. They've left, but why do you keep holding on to the memory of those people? Those people have become a determining factor who you date. So there are women who date guys and they are like, would you cheat me ye crowd? And yes, I na kweku ye no. Madam, me nye kweku. Me ye friend me yaw. Wafaya major fans. Hallelujah to the Wafaya people. Wafaya for the fans from Kwamo fans were no mutu mbutu. Wafaya I salute you. Pastor Tony. Wafaya, the original. Amen. Why are you letting that past relationship that didn't go well define you? Some of you, your slogan is why has that become your slogan? Because you fell into the hands of a wrong woman or a wrong man, and that has defined you and continues to define every relationship you get into. You went into the relationship, the lady cheated on you, the guy cheated on you. Now you have become over suspicious that you rub it on every relationship that you get into. Suban we awuye. Daniel, nyawuye. So mwababe jami nyoye ye nyewu. Ujami mepo udia. Sister, adey. So you stop treating people as they are. You always look at people in the shadow of somebody else. And sometimes the people we get in contact with, sometimes they get fed up. They are tired because you are always talking, and my ex would have done it this way, and my ex anka, and time and my ex no and my ex, your ex, and so what? That is your ex. Let's talk present. If your ex was good enough, you would have stayed there. Your ex is gone. Let's move on. Let's move on from where we stand. Can I continue? Fanny said we're negative. Some of you have to have running stomach tonight, because if you don't detox, you cannot move on. And very soon you attach yourself and marry somebody you don't want to be with. There are 1,001 people whose marriages are not working because they were trying to impress somebody or prove a point, and they married wrong people. Hello. Can I continue? So this man keeps going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, till this man meets Esther. Esther did her homework well. What she was supposed to do to attract such a man. You see, I tell especially our young women, if you set off in life and you want to marry an important person or a man of influence, be careful what you do in your morning stage. Be careful where you pee. Some of you urinate everywhere. Did you get me or you didn't get me? As a woman, be careful where you pee. Don't go to do not urinate walls and pee there. Some of you, some of the things you've done, they linger on. So there are people who want to be with you, but because of the things that linger on, they cannot come. You see, it's sad, but I've come in contact with so many people, both men and women, who sometimes, because of past relationship, there's a statement they made to them, there's an encounter they have that is still in their mind. So before the man left you, you asked, why are you doing this to me? And you are not woman enough. You don't give me good sex. I can't stay with you. I don't see your value. So this man said this to you, and he left. And it's become a wound. So you meet every other guy, and you feel that if you don't better the sex by trying to take kayamata. How many people know kayamata? Oh, daddy is here, so you not lift up your hands. Oh, you see, that's why I love you. You see, we fight, but I love you. How many people know kayamata? Hey. How many people know kayamata? This idea, nobody. Yeah. I see. You see, because of what he told you, you are trying every means possible. Is it that I'm not good? What skills should I learn? What should I top up? What should I do this? Oh, madam, why are you killing yourself? You've left every aspect of your life to go bad, and you are thinking about how to be a sex expert, so that the next man who comes your way will not leave. But it's not about the sex. It's not about the sex. Sex, no way. Few men love sex. Go and ask some of the married women. They'll tell you that they have to force their husbands for them to sleep with them. What is it that this man or this woman said to you that has stopped you? I wasn't there, but you know what you heard. You know what went wrong. You feel you are not good enough. You feel, maybe because so every time you put the blame on you that it is me. I didn't do something right. Maybe if I had gone to dance in front of the king, aren't you better than all this nonsense? Excuse me. Aren't you much more important than all these things that people have labeled you with? Why don't you put yourself together and put your life together so that you attract something better? Some of you, it's been 7 years. It's been 10 years. It's been 6 years. It's been 4 years. You are still crying over that idiot that left. The sad thing is that he left and he's left you too as an idiot because you are failing to check and do your corrections and be a better person. But you are living in the idiot's shadow. So gradually, you're also becoming an idiot. I hope I didn't insult anybody. Tomorrow I'll be talking on when you marry a fool. Try and come and listen. This king was searching, but his heart desired for Vashti. Because Vashti was a different brand. Wafa, oba no ye den oko. Can you calm down and work on yourself and make sure that the next one that comes, you not make the mistake that you made with Vashti? So Esther goes and makes a difference in this man's life. And he decides that, this is my full stop. It's okay. I think this can be right for me. I can work around this. The Bible tells us that Esther was supposed to go and meet the king. And it was a law that if the king doesn't invite you, you don't come. Right? So I believe Vashti went through all these processes. It was difficult for her to get in touch with the husband. No talking. Maybe they meet, they have sex, the man goes, and she also goes her separate ways. So she has become used to living that life. You live your life, I live my life. But I think the king did his assignment well. So this time around, it says that when Esther entered into the king's presence, the king stopped them that they should allow Esther to come. Because that man at that point had learned his lesson with Vashti. I don't want to lose this one the way I lost Vashti. What lesson have you learned from all those exes you have lined up? Instead of now sending people to tell her, come and dance naked, come and do this, wear your royal crown, come and entertain drunk people, the king would now go into the chamber of Esther and have a chat with Esther. And go with just one person. But the former, the king would send servants, go and bring her. She's a commodity. The king had learned a lesson. What lesson have you learned with all the excess that has come your way? The king had come to a point that he would take his time and listen to what Esther was saying. Will calm down and say, so what happened? So should I come again? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing all the food? Why are you doing? Let me calm myself. I'm coming with just one person. Even that person is not a servant. The person is in a position of authority. Just because I'm a king, that is why I have to come with Haman. The king has realized that he took Vashti for granted. What lesson have you learned? Have you learned that all the sex didn't pay off? So now let me clean my sheet and try to do it right. Have you learned that all the both floats that you fried with the turkey tail and the trophy and the shito that went morning, afternoon, evening, with all the washing and the cooking, it didn't help. So now, that money, let me invest it into myself and be a better woman. Or you are still cooking. Some of you spent your life savings on men. Not men, excuse me, on boys. You want to prove that you're a good woman. So you cook morning, afternoon, evening. Different types. Even the food that you cook, if they tell you to cook at home, you insult everybody. When the guy calls, now who put che. Enya ni kantamantu ubekwa kodi dwaba. The sad thing is that you can invest so much in this other person, but you never invest in yourself. The last time I was talking and I said when you are infatuated by somebody, it makes you weak. It makes you not want to work. It makes you lazy. So you go to this guy's house and you can sleep from morning to just say, need don't overshadow. You see that feeling? Or you don't see that feeling? Mama, you see that feeling? There is there. Where you understand. Well, need don't I say bro so. Other they say now pay me. Just say, oh na bibi yo, utimi ya odama. Just say, utimi ebubu. Inti ebubu ne kosi saying. Odoni bubu just say who say or bakra na just say nebu design no na just say onai rade nti den na me ya me deserve be ma say hey rade and ne ko si say. So this person, after all that the person you did for this person never appreciated it, took you for granted, said what they had to say to you, downplayed your emotions, stepped on you, insulted your family, told you that you are nobody, then I don't think I can marry you because, and after all this thing that this person said, you are still looking for this same person in the next man that comes. What are you doing for yourself to make yourself better? Or this your ex has managed to stop you and to stop your life? What did they add to your life? So you cry throughout the night, thinking about all the things you used to do, thinking about all the things he said to you, thinking about all the good times you had together, and then you get up in the morning and you haven't slept, you can't go to work, then you call, lecturer, please, today I'm not well. You are lying, you are well. And your life is deteriorating, and this person is moving on in life. Some of you are stuck. You are still at class 1. No improvements. Hello? Can I continue? And I met you now soon to me. What is it that has stopped you so far? Some of you, because of the pain your ex brought you, you've decided not to date again. You've decided not to fall in love again. It's okay. I don't think this love thing is meant for me. No. I can't take it. Because it's like whenever I give my heart, they take me for granted. Yes, when you give your heart, they take you for granted. But like the king, can you please learn some lessons? Can you stop some things and do some things? Immediately you meet this new person, everything about you turns and is centered around this person, and you have no life. You stop coming to church when you start a new relationship. You stop everything. The only thing you concentrate on, bath, Put pons on yourself, dress up, and wait for him. As he's coming from work, you are standing at the junction, waiting for him with lunch. You've done this thing and it's not helping, and you are still doing it. Can you for once tell yourself, I tell people that, listen, pain is very good. How many people feel pain is good? You won't agree with me. How many people feel pain is good? How many people feel that pain is not good? Pain is not good. Not at all. You see, pain has a way that it pushes you or it propels you to another level in your life. So you want to prove that you can be better. Or so there are times that pain will push you a step higher. But note, pain cannot maintain you on that level. You get to a level and you have to let the pain go and live a life, because pain cannot be able to maintain whatever it is you are holding. I've seen a lot of women, they enter into marriages, bad, and I mean bad marriages, and they end up leaving the marriages. I've seen women who leave such marriages, and you see them and you wonder, say, hey, so see all the things you have accomplished. Yes, the pain and the neglect, everything can push them. Some can leave marriages and have 4 PhDs within 7 years. Fine. But at the end of the day, if that PhD doesn't produce anything and you are still hanging on to the pain, now you're in our course 90. If you can't love again, then it means you didn't learn your lesson. Some of you, you've shut a part of your life. That part is closed. And you behave as if you don't care. But the truth of the matter is that if I scratch a little bit of that part of your life, you cry. Because the pain is still there. The pain of losing that person, the pain of what that person did to you, it's been 14 years. You don't want to talk about it. You want nothing to do with that person. Even just say, oh, asantini biya bomb. Because there's a pain somewhere. If I delve into it and I scratch it a little bit, you overreact and you cry. It means there's a pain somewhere. Deal with the pain. Otherwise, you will not be better in your next relationship. The king realized that these people pushed me to lose what I could have saved. So let me get it right with Esther. Can you decide that the next relationship you enter into, you try and get it right? Let me tell you something, nobody is perfect. No human being is perfect. If you go to the bargaining table, as I said yesterday, if you go to the market, learn to bargain well. Because there are some things that you can live with that others cannot live with. I tell people, even India Ami had a wife. Oh, how many people know India Ami? Or you've read about him? India Ami even had a wife. So everybody can be handled. It depends on who you are and how you build your shock absorbers to absorb what is coming. If you don't deal with your pain, and if you don't trying to impress people because you want to prove a point, Wafa, sister, so now you want to prove a point. You are bathing the dog and taming the dog in the house, so that when you get into public, you let them see. So you tell. I had one of my girls has a friend, and before she got married, she came to tell me that, Mommy, this my friend has found somebody. Hey. And when we go out, the way this lady behaves and talks about this guy, do you know that this lady is even going to shop in the UK because the guy said he'll pay everything and whatever. And whenever she's talking, I listen. And you know that for their wedding, anything, they just say the account, anything she wants. Mama auntie, said, oh mama, you don't get me. I saw it. I said, you saw it, and so what? Is it your business? Do you lemu? See, mama, you can't say be nice. Like I said, listen, I'm not trying to, it's nice. Be happy for her. But follow your path. Everybody and their path. If she has been blessed to find somebody who will give bank account that go and do shopping in London, go and do shopping, it's okay. It's a blessing. Follow your path. 3-4 years down the line, this my girl came to me. I said, Mama? I said, yes. I said, me do buaba. Na me say me buabe. I said, ubuwa we de. It's in shioso. Udi si abansura. Ebe ye. Na me say, kofa breme. And this is what she told me. Apparently, this lady, because of the abuse and things she's gone through, she found a guy and she thought she can polish this guy and make this guy better for her. This lady is a hard worker. She knows how to make money. No two ways about it. I know her personally and I love her. She's good. She knows how to make money. So she meets this guy and the guy was like, you see, with the kind of job you do, you make a lot of money. So because of the way you spend and your family pressure, this is my account. So put your money in my bank account so that when you need it, you take it out. So this lady, in wanting to impress her friends, will bring the guy's card in the name of the guy said I should go and do shopping. Meanwhile, the money in that account belongs to the lady. So 4 years down the line, they have 2 kids. The marriage is nowhere to be found. They've gone their separate ways because they were living a lie. This lady tried so hard to polish this guy and let the guy seem as if he's the coolest in the world, he's the lovest, he's the whatever, he's the, do you know that he bought me things from, some of you, nowadays they serve Valentine, people order their own breakfast. Then they'll take camera and put it on themselves. Oh, see what he brought to me. Oh, God. Oh. Then they are crying. What is that for? Oh, God. Oh, I'm so shocked. Oh, you are lying. Who do you want to impress? So that Pastor Daniel, your ex, will see and say, Intimijan when you find boa. Pastor Daniel, please sit down. Boa. So all these lies, aren't you tired of tying yourself with all these lies when you know deep down that's what you are doing? In fact, for how long will you maintain this kind of lifestyle? For how long will you live like this, trying to let everybody know, say, the whole world is in the media, mema pe sir, mema pe, inti ade sister, who call 44, inti ade na worry, mema do e pe onyina. Let me tell you something. In life, as yesterday I was saying, there are times and seasons. There are times and seasons. Time you have tomatoes to me, you have tomatoes in abundance. There are times you have onions in abundance. But I've realized in this changing world that even now, when it's in abundance, it's not cheap. So be careful. Thinking that you are still young, until they always come. Madam, sometimes the price you might have to pay when you are older is difficult than the price you have to pay when you are younger. So pay the price now. What is it that your ex, your past relationship, what is it? What sort of mindset has it given you? How has it framed your mind? How has it defined you as a person? You see, I see people, excuse me to say, who reveal so much of themselves. Hey, TikTok is so deadly. How many people are on TikTok? TikTok is so deadly. How many have seen that? Say, oh, your old woman will say they're wearing only bra and panty and standing there and dancing. I don't know what she wants to show to the world. Some are removing all their gozonkes and what are you showing? For what? Why? If you love yourself, do you put yourself on a platter and serve to the whole world so cheaply? And sometimes I wonder why we do this to ourselves. Let me tell you something. Man might forget, but the internet never forgets. The internet doesn't have a conscience. So some of you, the things you are putting on the internet, be careful. It might come back one day to harm you. The sort of pictures you are painting. Sometimes I see people and the way they dress tells me that they are trying to make a statement, but the truth is that they are hurt. And they feel that revealing so much of themselves make them look important or make people once now, all them once now will flog around them. You are a baller, that is why. I've seen people condemning the young lady who said, oh, who see a trot Benz car Honda, but it's only trot and people. It's the truth. How many Benz cars? Bugatti. Papa near friend say, or say, go and ask if you allow somebody to put sign over to you, Mambi, on the back. Assembly near Tronebo car nechi. No mercy for the cripple. Ask him whether he will write that and put it at the back of the car. Into who ya Bugatti no. Also ya Bugatti papa. Kabe you draws and then who do you want to attract? Flies. More grease to your elbow. What do you want to attract? Where are you going? Some of you want to be with a skin to say important men, important women. But check yourself, your lifestyle. Wanoka sakura anyede. Wanokasa enyede. You are not polished and you are not ready to learn how to be polished for your assignments. That you are in church. Madam, inkurasisem bi anko baby o. Inkurasisem yemfa anko party bi. How has your past and your ex framed you? Can you let it go? And can you decide that 2022 dear, yes, of course, dominion. So I'll take dominion over this pain and over all this nonsense and be a better me. I haven't seen anybody that becomes a better me that doesn't attract better people. Let me tell you something. Even if you are married to a man who doesn't value you, stop the tears, clean your face, be a better woman. That same man will come running back to you. Mark it on the wall. You tell me that I told you. Some of you, you let worry and everything depress you. It brings you down. It immobilizes you and you can't do anything with yourself because a man has said something and is worrying your mental faculty. Can you make yourself better? Sister, you see, the truth is that your ex told you that unim senye kasa. He's right or she is right. Unim kasa. Can you calm down and say, Mami shia senye kasa? They said he who walks with the wise becomes. And if you keep company of fools, you see, the king became a fool because of the counsel he listened to. But later, he learned his lesson. Who has been counseling you? Which of your friends has been telling you, oh, you are better than this? Oh, Jano. Oh, way. Oh, girl, way. Eh, for mu 2 boom. Man, fan 2 fan 3 fan 4 and I say you can't trust them. When you are ready, then you leave all of them, then you leave one. Who has been advising you? Why do you still keep such company? What is your aim in life? Where are you going to? If you know where you are going to, you are careful with what you say, what you do, and how you even dress in public. I'm done for today.